Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about formula sheets. You're in a physics classroom and you're going to take a test. And the teacher comes to you and says, "Look, you are allowed to have a note card, index card, and write the equations you might need in the test, both on the front page and on the back page. So front and back. So then you put down all the equations that you're going to need in the test. And then the teacher tells the students, look, before you take the test, I would like to take a look at the note card to see that there's no cheating, but there's only equations on the index card. So anyways, you put the equations there in the card and you may write the equations in a way that only you may understand. But it's more like, okay, it's my formula sheet. I will be able to understand it, so that's good. End of story. However, teachers may provide you with a formula sheet with equations and constants and so forth. But how does that fact that from formula sheets we can do an infinite number of problems, how does that relate to our present reality? Well, for example, um, imagine you are in an ancient civilization such as Sumeria. You came from the future, from today, you went all the way back 6,000 years ago. And then you write on the tablets of stone that um, a little bit of what we know about science today. A summary, but this summary may not necessarily use words, but rather numbers and drawings or geometric shapes. Geometric shapes that will make sense if a person is first told what the symbols represent, and then knowing what the symbols represent, the individual can explain to someone else and so forth. So what we have here is that wisdom, the passion for knowing, relies on formula sheets as well. Because you write a summary with symbols and maybe a few words or letters or numbers, and you're able to explain the grand scheme of things. It's like the formula sheets for the universe. And it's amazing if you're able to say, look, the most essential wisdom that is capable of explaining everything that there is can be found in two tablets of stone or in in a book with only 10 pages. So as you can see, um, part of being a physicist, besides being a nerd, of course, is about having this passion that with these steps, with this structure, with these principles, you can explain and you can run a software, you can create worlds, you can study worlds, and you can navigate the oceans and the cosmic sea throughout space. So it's this passion. You have symbols, you have figures, you have numbers, and you have equations. And there's a connection between all of this as a summary, as an explanation for the beauty that is existence in itself and knowledge, which, as I said in other videos, knowledge is vanity because everything are just decorations. The universe is very decorated. Of course, when I say knowledge is vanity, you have to understand, I'm not saying that you should be engaged into that. I'm just saying that knowledge is realizing that from nothing everything came into existence. So, in a way, everything that exists, all the principles, all the elements, are just decorations. Because the absolute truth above all these decorations is nothingness. It's the light. It's the uncreated light. So as we understand this philosophy, we understand that we have a universe which can be explained briefly. And of course, if you want to understand it even more, you have to go more in depth. But everything that there is can be explained briefly, in depth, or in an entire encyclopedia. But the essential aspects of reality can indeed be summarized into two tablets of stone. It can really be summarized into a few pages of a book of formulas, for example. Thanks for watching.